the accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Washington football team. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Copeland. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on 3rd down. Copeland. They've got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Hunter Nice-Swander on to punt now on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. A man who played his college ball here in the Volunteer State of Memphis, Antonio Gibson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, Monroe. Throws right side, and that's complete. Touchdown! A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Second and 5. Off the play fake. Copeland. Throw left side complete. That's Ballard. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Off play action. Copeland. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Ballard.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw. Copeland. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's second and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Check. Check hot. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a second and long after the holding call. Looking to throw. Copeland. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On third down, Copeland. Wide open receiver complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Copeland. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
A 28-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Back to throw. Monroe. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Washington.
The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They go play action here on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, it's Gibson. Gets past one man, and he's going to get this inside the 30.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run. It's Gibson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. From the gun, Monroe. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, Copeland. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jamin Davis gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. To throw on 2nd down, Copeland. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Monroe. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A huge play there for Washington. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Monroe looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 42. 7 Pirates.
From the gun, Copeland. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. On now is the Titans punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Monroe. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Monroe flushed out right. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Gibson. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Back to throw. Monroe looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington going to add on to their lead. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Copeland. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. First and 10 here. If they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Back to throw. Copeland. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 38, the 30, 10, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Escape, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw on second down. Copeland. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Monroe. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Come on now. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. A pretty big opening there on 1st down. 8 yards up to the 33. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter. It's Baldwin, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Back to throw. Monroe. Got an open man, finds Gibson.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And to give this time to the tailback, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Baldwin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Baldwin. And Caleb Farley there on the tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, it's Baldwin, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Copeland. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From the gun on 3rd down, Copeland. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back to throw again. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
65. Hey, alert 48.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This one swung out to Williams.
And it's a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Titans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Baldwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 1st down, Baldwin. Again, he finds an opening. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up for 1st and goal.
No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, They've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Baldwin. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
At the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Baldwin, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Off the play fake. Monroe. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Washington.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. Washington going to send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.